Hello, family. Welcome to another episode of the Live Run Balance Show. I'm your host, Kenneth Pinkney. I'm here all bundled up because I'm now my original place, like inside, outside, out at the mountain area here in SoCal. We're a little bit chilly, the connections not all that great. So hopefully the connections hold up while we're here. But yeah, but hey, let's make it happen. So today's guest is recognizable probably all over the world through running. He uses a platform to bring inspiration to many people all over the world with a smile and enjoy that is truly contagious. Born and raised in West Africa, Mali, if I'm saying that right, moved to the U.S. He's a former soccer player turned runner. Who is this guy? Well, he made a decision to run every day for a year. He made a decision to run every day nonstop since May 2017, no matter the circumstances. He ran some of the biggest races in the country, trail or road, 20 miles or 100 miles, and 100 miles, I might say, from New York Marathon to Western State 100. And also, he loved his watches. uh, so, so,
It's funny,
so,
I have it here for
yeah. So, family, look, welcome the one and only Hellah Sidibe. Hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, to the
Yes.
Live Run Balance Show. So, welcome, Hellah.
Thank you, Kenneth, for having me. Excited to chat a little bit with you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah, definitely. I was looking forward for the opportunity since we first met at Western
Yeah.
State, last year. So definitely it was epic just being there. We're going to talk a little bit more about that later on. But before we get into the running, like I said, all I thought about the journey, the process. And
Mhm.
so you recently went back to your home country in West Africa. So
Yes.
share a little bit about your life growing up in Mali and and,
Yes.
and coming back after 5 years not being there.
Yeah, I grew up in West Africa, Mali. So Mali is one of the poorest countries in the world, but it's
Oh
so
wow.
rich actually.
Yeah.
It's poor by numbers when people say, "Oh, this is how much money is there
Yeah.
via paper," but the land is so wealthy. We're talking
Yeah.
about gold, talking about all the metals and things that
Yeah. Yeah.
that people get, and then they
Mhm.
use it in different parts of the world. A lot of them come from there. And I don't know
Yeah.
if anyone has heard of Mansa Musa. That's one of the biggest. He was the richest person in the world in the history
Wow.
of how richness is. He was worth $400 billion. So
Wow.
Mali is not poor in so many ways, even though you hear it is a poor country. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
grew up in a good situation because everybody had a different situation in Mali.
Mhm.
I grew up in the capital. I really had everything that I needed, me and my siblings, my family.
Mhm.
So I can't say that I was in a hardship because hardship is different for everybody, right?
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
we had food on the table. We were able
Yeah.
to have a roof over our head. We
Yeah.
had electricity. We went
Yeah.
to school.
Mhm.
We didn't have all the bells and whistles that
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
look at as
Yeah.
fancy, but to
Yeah.
us, we didn't care because
Yeah.
you're not missing on something you've never seen anywhere to begin
Oh.
with.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that made my life a lot easier and
Mhm.
beautiful. I went
Yeah.
to school, had my friends. We
Yeah.
play soccer every day,
Yeah.
no matter if it's raining. And it's
Yeah.
crazy because that mentality goes with me. It could be raining, it could be really hot,
Yeah.
it could be
Yeah. Yeah.
cold
Yeah.
for us, quote unquote, and we would go out there and still play. Yeah,
Mhm.
so I grew up there,
Mhm.
went to school there until I did my middle school there, teenage years, and I moved
Mhm.
to the US. So, but
Okay.
I was in the US 98 to 99 just for a short, brief
Mhm.
time with my
Mhm.
parents who were finishing their doctorate degrees.
Mhm.
So after that, went back home, did middle school, came back to the US, and I've been here since then. I went to college,
Okay.
and now it's crazy to say that just a little over half of my life I've been spent in America.
I know any.
Yeah, I used to say, "Oh, I spent more than half my life in Africa. Now I'm here." No, that's not the case anymore.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool,
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you went back recently, right? Not too long ago.
hmm
Um, yeah, so how was that spring just going back, being with family, and just
Hey, I needed it. I didn't
yeah.
think I needed it, but I did. It
Yeah.
going back home, it recharged my soul. There's something about your roots when you step on the ground,
Yeah.
the energy.
Yeah.
As soon as I got off the plane,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just going through the terminal and going
Yeah.
outside, just
Yeah.
the energy,
Yeah.
the people.
Yeah.
I don't think this is being biased. I think we're some of the best people in the world, the
Okay.
nicest people in the world,
That's
and
cool.
you have to see it for yourself because
Yeah.
strangers are not even strangers. Everybody will say, "Hi, have a great
Yeah,
day."
yeah,
No one will walk by your house and see you standing outside, won't like say some kind of hello, how are you doing?
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
such a respect thing, whether you're older or younger, it
yeah,
doesn't matter.
yeah,
And that was awesome to have
yeah,
that feeling again and
yeah,
seeing people
yeah,
just smile again
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
reconnecting with my
yeah,
childhood best friends,
yeah,
people that kids that I grew up with, played
yeah,
soccer with,
yeah,
had birthday parties with,
yeah,
and seeing my parents after a while. I saw my mom in
yeah,
2022, but
yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't seen my dad since 2018 when I
Oh
went to my
wow,
sister's wedding. So
wow,
it
yeah,
was good to see everybody, surprise them, my cousins,
yeah, yeah,
nephews,
yeah,
and nieces that I haven't met yet because they were
yeah.
born after 2018.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun.
That's
As
cool.
much as it's been 5 years, as soon as I got there, it felt like I never left.
That's great. Yeah, sometimes you need to do that, go back
Mhm.
to your roots, you know, especially when being who you are, you being a plug with you doing all of this, that, doing all of that busyness, in life, and sometimes lose sight of the simple things in life, wherever, and just to go
Yeah,
back to it, and just take time being
literally
real.
the simple things.
Yeah,
Simple things, and
yeah,
that's the biggest thing,
yeah,
if you think about it. Like, just it's crazy to it's hard to really explain. You have
yeah,
to experience it.
yeah,
Life is super simple.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Not simple in a way where like we don't do anything, but it's
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah,
we keep it simple.
yeah,
Just do
yeah.
what needs to be done and then
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
moving forward.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's cool. So I'm glad they're able to do that, take time to
Yes.
yeah, I know your family, the community were glad to see you too.
Yeah. Yes.
That's cool. So to go into soccer. So your
Mhm.
main love, your first love, but probably was being a soccer player. Um,
Mhm.
so why do you make the decision to let go of the soccer and to run it?
It wasn't that I give up. It was having a tough time with it. It wasn't
Okay,
working in ways that I want, that's for sure. I
okay.
mean, I did sign a professional contract in 2013
Oh
and
wow.
I keep going back. And this wasn't just like one, it wasn't like a small, not to knock down any smaller league. I had big leagues that wanted me. The top
Yeah.
league in America, Major League Soccer.
Oh,
I had
nice.
a top team in Europe,
Oh,
Bundesliga
wow.
2, which is the second division of the German league,
Yeah, yeah,
which is even some people may say, even still is higher than even the first league in
yeah, yeah,
America.
yeah, yeah,
So there are just certain things that weren't working. It doesn't matter.
yeah,
Potential is potential. Coaches
yeah,
could be interested in you.
yeah.
They want to pick you up and things
Uh-huh,
like that. But I
uh-huh,
had showed it on the field
uh-huh,
and I couldn't do anything else
uh-huh.
with what I had.
Yeah,
It was hard to find a team. There's so many reasons for that behind it. We're talking about immigration. There's so many things.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I've been following the US immigration rules for 20 years.
Mm,
So to make sure that I do everything in order so I don't mess up my
yeah,
chances.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it came down to that. And at one point, people change,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
the same love I had for the game was
yeah.
different. I still
Okay.
love the game. The
Yeah.
African Cup of Nations just started 2 days ago,
Okay.
uh, which is AFCON. So we call it CAN
Yeah.
in French.
Mhm.
Coupe d'Afrique des Nations. That's what it means. So I watch the game. I love the game. I brag
Yeah.
about the game. I still think it's the
Yeah.
best game in the world, no
Okay.
matter what anyone says, because the numbers speak for itself.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
the views,
Yeah.
it doesn't compare.
I
The
know, I
best
know.
players in the world actually play, and you can say you're a world champ. It's not
Yeah.
just you play in one country and call
Yeah.
yourself a world champ. So I have a lot of, I'm not gonna go into that subject so much, but I think that game is still part of my life in a different
Okay.
way. So I
Okay.
love it. I
Okay.
love watching it,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
not, I don't love it to a point where I want to play anymore. And I tell
Yeah.
people you could do anything you
Yeah.
want,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
I lost passion for it. And then if you
I
don't have
understand.
passion, you're wasting your time.
Oh, I know. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I feel you're kind of funny. With basketball, I wasn't like a basketball top athlete. But before I started like really running it and training like
Mhm,
10, 11 years ago, I knew play pickup and basketball. But
mhm,
once I made the decision to go all in and running, I dropped basketball.
mhm.
But I just like it. But I don't really play
Yeah.
pickup game no more.
Yeah, it's just different.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Because if you really love something, we see it in human nature.
yeah, yeah,
People who like something or somebody you like better, you treat it differently than
yeah, yeah,
others.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
didn't have that same love. So to
yeah,
me, it was a
yeah.
waste of time. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So when we're running, we like your home country, West Africa, Mali? Do the people there like they into running like you had,
I
You
did talk to my friend. He said that there's some long distance runners, but there's not a
uh,
lot. There's a lot
okay.
more track athletes,
Check out to okay then.
and I can see why. I have my reasoning for that.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I've introduced my friends to running in 2018, and they're still doing it.
Okay, nice,
In
nice.
fact, yeah, they're still doing it. In fact, one of them is still. He's always every day he tried to add me on the Apple ring so I can see that he's done his work already.
Okay.
But
That's
yeah, it's
cool.
not unusual because people run to be fit for soccer. Soccer is the biggest
Yeah.
sport over
Oh,
there. So you see
oh
people
yeah.
jogging on the field. They'll
Yeah.
do circles like laps around the track.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
when you see people on like out on the road to run longer, you get
Yeah.
the eyes. You do.
Yeah,
People
yeah,
are
yeah, 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 yeah.
thinking you can tell it's not a bad energy. It's more like this guy must be
Yeah,
some big athlete doing something. They don't even think long distance running,
yeah,
but they
yeah,
think for
yeah.
you to be out there this long,
Yeah, yeah,
they
yeah,
think
yeah.
you're some caliber
Yeah, 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 yeah,
athlete.
yeah.
That's why you're doing that. So you
Okay.
get the eyes every
Yeah,
time I'm out there, and also
yeah,
people can tell that. Uh,
yeah,
even though I'm from Mali, they can
yeah.
tell that I haven't been back in a while. They said this guy is a he's a tourist. He's new. He's visiting you. He doesn't live. You get the eyes. Yeah, you can tell.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That's cool. Yeah. Well, that's cool. Yeah. I introduced, your friends and stuff to what you do, what you're passionate about now. So it's cool.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So yes. So let's get to what you're passionate more to what you're passionate about as running. Um, okay. Some of the main highlights. You run
Mhm.
across America, and
Yes.
then you had the just run streak. Do you still on that run
Oh,
streak? Is the run streak still going on?
it's still going. Yeah, 2,436 consecutive days.
So take it to your mindset when you first run across America, or
Hmm.
and then in May 2017, you thought this run streak, you know, it's been about 7 years now, a little bit
Yeah,
more.
7 coming up this
Yeah, yeah.
May.
So the
Hmm.
mindset to decide to make a decision to do that.
But yeah, the streak didn't start because I wanted to have
Yeah,
a long streak.
yeah,
It
yeah, yeah,
started out of
yeah,
is disparity the right word? So I was desperate.
yeah. Okay.
I was desperate to just find myself. I was desperate to
Mhm.
challenge myself, so
Yeah.
I can take my mind off of like the pain and suffering
Yeah, I
in
got
terms
you.
of like soccer not working out. I can't
Mm,
be a pilot,
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
the the other side that I was trying to explore in life wasn't
Mm,
working, and you
yeah.
start seeing your friends and things. You become envious. We all
Yeah,
finish college.
yeah,
Everybody's having like
yeah.
a 50+ thousand dollar job, and I'm
I
still
know.
cutting grass just trying to make a living.
Oh, oh,
You know, so
yeah,
you start finding ways. As an athlete, as a
yeah,
competitor, I
yeah.
can speak for myself.
Hmm.
You want to do something that can challenge you.
Yeah.
So I thought about that, and running came to me because running was challenging for me as a
Okay.
collegiate athlete
Yeah.
because it was always used as a punishment. Our coach didn't even sugarcoat it. He would say, "You don't get it right, you're gonna get on the line.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
One band, one sound. One person messes up, we all mess up."
Yeah.
So I knew it was a punishment. So I thought about that
Okay.
challenge because I wanted
Yeah.
to face it and face
Yeah.
that fear.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
knew I was in control of myself, my decision to physically go out there and try this thing.
Hmm.
But I did it in a way, I did it in a smart way where I knew
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not gonna be discouraged easily because I'm gonna
Yeah.
go slow and
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my time and I'm not gonna be out there too long and I'm
Yeah.
gonna decide when I stop. So
Okay.
that's
Okay.
where that started, and it led into a year, 2 years,
Yeah. Yeah.
3 years to running across America, four
Yeah.
years to doing
Yeah.
200-mile races,
I know.
to running my first legit, like I push hard Boston Marathon.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now
Yeah. Yeah.
this year we're continuing to find different challenges within it.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Got to find different challenges, keep you going,
Mhm.
keep motivated. Yeah,
Yes, correct.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Going by soccer, yeah, soccer involves running. Yeah, definitely. I think played soccer one time in my life.
Yeah.
That was years ago, decades ago, probably. I
Yeah.
mean, not that old, but yeah, I tried to play soccer that before I really year before I got to running, and I was like, I
Mhm.
was out of the chair, I was like, I could not catch me. I was like, I was hard running up and down the field.
Yeah, it's a tough sport.
Yeah, yeah. Even when I would
Mhm.
need to play basketball before I got to run, I need to run up and down the court, and I got tired running up and down the court, you know. And then like finally, like when I make a decision to run and get in shape, then I went back on the court. I could run up and down the basketball court with no problem.
All day.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So the definitely. Yeah, that
Yeah.
could, yeah, I don't consider running could be a punishment for some people. Like
Mhm.
like with basketball, I have basketball practice, and sometimes I gotta run sprints, I'm like, oh no, coach, you know.
Oh, I play basketball too. I remember Lakers.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I don't know if you the side court back
Yeah,
and forth.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Or
yeah,
like
yeah.
what is this drill called that I didn't like? When you
Mm.
tip the ball off the basketball, the backboard. So
Basketball,
it's
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
be two groups. One is on one end of the court,
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
other one
yeah,
is on the other side. So
yeah,
you're
yeah,
tipping the ball and you gotta run to the other side and tip it before the ball
yeah,
hits the ground. So it's like
yeah.
circles. So yeah, I remember those days back in high school.
Okay, so you always you played some basketball too.
I
So
did, I did.
okay, so you were the athlete. Yeah, you're a legit athlete. That's cool. Oh, I love it. I love it. Um, so has it ever been a time that you did like with the one streak still going on? That's crazy to
Mhm.
2017 to think about it. Really wrap your head around it, Uh, and no matter the circumstances that you say,
Mhm.
have there ever been time that you wake up in the morning and not want to run, or you don't maybe you don't want to disappoint your followers, you
Yeah,
know, you know?
there hasn't been. 'Cause that's the thing. That's what I love this part of my
Yeah,
life because
yeah,
there's days where I go to bed, I'm like, oh, there's no chance I'm getting up at this time to run because
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
so tired.
yeah, yeah.
But it doesn't mean I don't want to get up and eventually run. So I give myself time to, I don't have an exact time. I have a time frame. I want to
Yeah,
run
yeah,
between this time frame.
yeah, yeah.
And then I have an exact time if I have to travel. For
Hmm.
example, when we were traveling,
Hmm.
I said, okay, you got to get your run started by 5:45 a.m.
Yeah,
because you have a 9 a.m. flight to catch. Because
yeah,
you got to come back, you
yeah,
got to get at least 10K, and then you got to
yeah,
shower, and then
yeah,
you got to get to the airport. All that
yeah,
process is going to take a
yeah,
couple more hours, right?
yeah.
So those times I have to run at a certain time, no matter
Hmm.
what. And
Hmm.
I will have a time, and mentally I'm already ready because I know this job has to be done at this time.
Yeah.
But the times where I know I can be a little flexible, I can say I want to run before noon. I want to
Hmm.
run around 10 or 11. Today I told
Yeah,
myself I want to run around before
yeah,
11:30 a.m.
yeah,
Because I knew I have to come and talk to you. So I give
yeah.
myself time to pick those times to get
Okay.
out there. So that gives me freedom. It doesn't put a lot of pressure on
Hmm.
myself.
Hmm.
It's
Okay.
almost it's my time,
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
having that, I've never felt a way where I'm just like, And if
Okay.
let's say there's a storm, rainstorm or
Yeah,
something that's
yeah,
about
yeah.
to happen, I
Okay.
get out there in the rain. But I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
mom, if I can avoid this rain, I'm gonna get up really early
Yeah,
to get
yeah,
my
yeah.
run done, or I'm
Mm.
gonna wait later. So I have
Okay.
those things, but it's never been that I don't want to get out of bed and get this
Uh,
running. No, it never
okay.
hasn't been. And I've
Okay.
never felt pressured by my audience because
Okay.
the message that I send to people
Yeah.
immediately, I want to stop. I'll stop when I want to stop. I want to
Okay.
stop where if
Okay.
I start feeling not good about myself like before,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
running was an escape for me. So
Okay.
why would you use running to escape? And if it's bringing you back to your trouble and stay with it, then I'm
Mm.
gonna escape running and go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I give myself that permission, and I love sharing my journey with my audience. It makes it
Yeah.
sweeter for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But a lot of people don't know, I did more than half a year before I even, or about half a year,
Mm.
a little over half a year before I even told people I was running on social
Okay.
media.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah.
if it was
Yeah.
about the
Yeah.
audience, that would have never happened to begin with.
Okay.
It would have been
Okay.
since day one. Hey guys, I'm doing a run streak. Today's day one. I didn't even have anybody to share
Okay.
anything
I
with.
bet.
And then
Yeah.
when I started accumulating a little bit of audience,
Yeah.
uh, it wasn't about because they see me. It's always
Hmm.
been me first. And I think that's very important.
Yeah.
Take care
Yeah.
of yourself first
Take
because
care of yourself
if you do
first.
it for yourself, it'll last longer. But if you do it for people, you don't
Yeah.
mean it. That's
Oh
only gonna
yeah.
last long. Because when the people are not there clapping for you,
Yeah.
you're gonna
Yeah.
quit. So I
Yeah.
love that people clap for me and I
Hmm.
enjoy that and I really
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Hmm.
But if they're not there, that's not gonna discourage me to keep going because that's not
Yeah.
why I started.
Yeah, because you started for a personal reason, you
Yes.
know, and then
Hmm.
turned to a personal, then turned to a passion,
And yeah, bigger than
yeah,
myself. It's not even about
yeah,
me anymore.
yeah, yeah, bigger than yourself. I could relate throughout the years, we're running, it turned to a personal reason, I can tell about my story a little bit, it's about you now, but like, filling
Hmm.
my Navy way in stuff like that, and
Hmm.
so it turned to like, man, I love doing this, and I saw what it
Hmm.
does for me, transformation, all that, physically and also mentally,
Yes.
and then the community,
Yes. There's nothing like it.
yeah, down I'm biased because San Diego got the best running community, Trail Road,
Hmm.
and so today I can't wait till you come out to San Diego, and hang time with
Yes.
my San Diego running peeps.
Yes.
Yeah, and just every time, like sometime I need to get away and figure out, do I do really like doing this? Sometimes I go out to my personal playground, go out for a run. Okay, yeah, I still like this. I still
Yes.
enjoy doing this now. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. and they're able to like how you share with other, able to share with other and find people, find inspiration for what you do, and you turn
Hmm.
into like it's bigger than you, and
Yes.
yeah, so definitely. Um, and and so the next question, you probably kind of discussed about it already, talk about it already, like what
Hmm.
keep you going, the running, and just and the platform that you've been given. What keep you doing what you do? Right?
I it, it just makes me feel great. I feel
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
invincible.
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
feel unstoppable, you know?
yeah, 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 yeah,
So
yeah,
there's more to it. It sets the tone, you hear all the
yeah,
time,
yeah,
but it is a huge part of my life, and
mm,
I want to get up every day. And running is an interesting thing because
yeah,
I could do the same distance, the
yeah,
same route. I would
yeah,
never feel the same way
yeah,
every day. So today, the same route I did, I can get out
yeah.
there tomorrow and do
Okay.
the same thing. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna feel the same way I feel today
yeah, yeah,
or
yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna end up feeling better or crappier or
yeah,
tired, legs are
yeah,
heavy or legs feels
yeah,
good, or
yeah,
it's more cold, it's snowing, it's raining, it's hotter. It's
mm,
never exactly the same. You might be mentally say, oh, this is boring, this is the same route.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
if you really look at the picture, it's never the same. So
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that that part of it is fun too for me because
yeah,
every day
yeah,
will give you something. And then
yeah.
the best part is it will humble you.
Oh,
There's days where I feel like uh days that I feel
uh,
like
uh,
I've never run.
yeah,
I was like, I just feel like this
yeah,
is
no,
tough.
I
But
know.
there's days I feel like I'm really Kipchoge. I'm out there
Yeah,
just running fast like Usain
uh.
Bolt. So
Yeah, yeah,
that's the thing that
mm, mm,
makes it really interesting for me
yeah, yeah.
to be passionate about it.
Okay, yeah, definitely be
And
passionate
knowing
about it.
doing it for those who can. There's people who can't walk, let alone run. So it's a
Oh,
privilege. You
yeah,
gotta take advantage
definitely.
of that.
Yeah, I think about that a lot. What about being a privilege, able to do what you do, the art of movement, and
Mhm,
know that some people can't, because of health conditions, some things, I got a family member, who, back home in my hometown, South Carolina, from being from
mhm,
the South, being black and
mhm,
from the South,
mhm, mhm,
we eat good, but sometimes the food we
mhm.
eat too much of it
It's
not
not
good for
healthy.
us. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. So the definitely, and they get a position where the health get bad and they're not able to do this thing they're able to do, and so
Mhm,
not able to run or move or stuff like that, and I'm very fortunate that I live in a place here, in San Diego. I gave myself the nickname Bougie Country. That I eat my
mhm.
like eat my plant, my kale, my chard, and being
Yeah.
blessed to run out here and the people, so yeah, in the community, and just able to catch on to it. Yeah, yeah. So definitely, definitely, yeah. So the community. And you
Yes.
into community, to run community, not just
Mhm.
local, but over the world. I know you met some great people and running.
Yes.
It's a great community, like really, really great. So tell about the run community, the people that you come across throughout the years, and how that
Yeah.
inspire you, things like that.
I mean, come around people who are the exciting part is the people who I call them the Hella Good family, the supporters
Yeah,
from
yeah,
day one, the one who were new.
yeah,
So it's fun to meet them in person, and I thank them. Hey, thank you for the support because you guys
yeah,
makes journey a lot more fun, and
yeah,
I get opportunities that I could never imagine without you guys. That's not possible. And, you get all these big sponsors. It's
yeah,
a big thing. It's fun. I love it,
yeah,
but without
yeah,
the people you
yeah.
don't get those. So
Oh,
you gotta
that,
really make sure you let them know, thank you.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
if those audience aren't there, I mean it can happen. I'm not an elite,
yeah,
but the chances are for a sponsor to creep up on, hey, I wanna sponsor
yeah,
you, I wanna give you this because they
yeah,
also do see that you have a community
yeah,
that you can
yeah.
cater
Yeah.
to and their brands get to be shown with that community. So
Ooh,
yeah, it's amazing. So it's a crazy thing to think about, but I
I
really
know.
love meeting the people who support me.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I love that anywhere I go in the world, they come
yeah,
and say hi. That's what I want. I don't want them to
yeah,
be like, I don't want to bother head.
yeah,
I want to be bothered.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
want to
yeah.
get to know
Okay,
you and things.
that's
And then if
cool.
we get to the elite side,
Mhm.
meeting elite athletes are just
Yeah,
amazing. It's
I
just because
know.
they do it at another level where like I said there's level to this game. You
Yeah,
you
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
respect the level.
Oh yeah,
I
oh
don't care
yeah.
if I run every day. There's some people out there who are at a different level.
I know.
So it's cool to see that. It's really cool to see that. And
yeah,
it's even sweeter when they
yeah.
know who you are. So that feels good. When they're like, hey, I know you. You're the running. I'm like, wait, what? Me of all people? Thank you. So I gotta admit, it does feel good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That does. That does
When
feel
you
good
get
a
a
little
little
bit.
nod and you get a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
thumbs up,
yeah.
you know. I remember actually at UTMB, Courtney Dauwalter
Oh, yeah,
literally exiting
yeah,
her race. She just won, made history,
yeah,
won Western State,
yeah,
won Hard Rock,
yeah,
goes to win UTMB.
yeah,
She recognized it. She said, "Hello, how are you doing?" Like I was like, "Hey, that's my girl, Courtney." And then Jim Walmsley acknowledging
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Zach Miller. It was
I
amazing.
know, I
It's
know.
just, yeah,
Yeah.
it does
Yeah.
feel good. So now I'm waiting for Electric Chucky to say, "Hey, hello, I know who you are." That's what I'm waiting for now.
That's cool. Yeah, I know. I feel the same way. I mean, I know your level. What you do. I'm older. I'm an older cat. So
You're not.
yeah.
I don't think you are.
but I'm in gratitude for the opportunity that runner brought me. I never could imagine.
Mhm,
Yeah, I started late. I thought in my early mid 30s, with the running
mhm,
thing, because like, of failing something, it just and how it involved. Like I know it involved for you in many different ways running, and involved for me, and just like I know you're a Hoka athlete,
mhm,
and just I'm glad to have been a Hoka flyer for the past year, and
mhm,
just the opportunity like going to Western State for the first time last year as a fan, and you see so
mhm.
many people who I interviewed before or seeing YouTube, like you,
Yes.
like Sally, who shout out to Sally Moray, who I interviewed
Yeah.
a couple of times before, and just seeing her in person, and just seeing a couple other people, so it's just great, and just running behind you at Western State,
Yeah, I have a
you
funny
know.
story for that.
Yeah, okay,
So when you at the finish line, I
yeah,
remember you being there. You were so your energy, your cheering, your loud, which
yeah,
was really needed. And
yeah,
then
yeah.
the funny thing is, people thought you were my dad.
Yeah.
Somebody was, yeah, I saw your dad scream for you. I love that. It was so funny. Yeah, I'm glad you're having a good laugh at that. People were like, yeah, I saw your dad next to you. Like, oh, it was awesome. And yeah,
Yeah. So I didn't plan on doing that. I didn't plan coming down
uh,
morning, just watching people, cheering people coming around the
mhm,
corner, to the finish line and stuff like that. And one of the gentlemen that was running with you, I don't remember his name, he tell me, come along, come
mhm.
along. I say, oh, maybe. He said, yes, sir, okay, I'm just going along for the fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I
Yeah.
won't like that was a memorable moment
Yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
race. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
don't know if
so
you got to see our YouTube video on it, but
yeah, I
parts of that
did.
is on the YouTube video. Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
I did. I think a friend of mine had like
Yeah.
text me about it. She saw. Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Yeah.
so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so
Mhm.
that's what I normally do. I yell and scream, and
Yeah, and that's
marchers.
what I do that too. That's why I love going to races because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know what that cheer means when you need it the
Oh
most.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. So that was a special moment, like so many special moments at Western State last year. First time there as a fan, of the sport,
Mhm.
so it was great, and so, and speaking to you, like you from running to 20 miles to going to you done Leadville, you done a Western State,
Mhm.
and just how would experience, doing 100 mile and it just being out there, run the road, run the trails and
Mhm.
things like that, Yeah,
I love it.
yeah,
I
yeah,
love the long distance. I
yeah,
think
yeah.
the long distance humbly doesn't scare me.
Okay, okay.
It doesn't. The reason is running across America, I've experienced ultra
Oh,
distance for
yeah.
84 consecutive days. I've
Okay, yeah,
learned how to
yeah,
play the game. It's a
yeah,
chess game. You know,
yeah.
I've learned how to take care of myself. I've learned how
Yeah,
to eat when
yeah.
you need to eat, even if you don't want to eat.
Okay.
I've learned how to
Oh,
pace
yeah,
myself.
yeah, yeah.
The mountains will humble you. So
Oh,
that gave
yes,
me
it
the
will.
confidence to not be afraid of the 100 mile. But I doesn't mean I don't have respect for it
Yes,
because I have
yes,
the
yeah,
most of respect for this distance.
yes.
Anyone even sign up to step in line, I think we're crazy
I
to
know.
begin
Yeah,
with,
yeah, yeah,
So there's
yeah,
like tons of respect, but there's no fear there for me.
yeah.
That being said, I know it's not easy,
So, yeah,
and it's just the confident part. No, you know what to do. You got to
yeah,
execute it, and even
yeah,
if you execute it the way you should, it's
yeah.
not promised
I
either because
know.
something is gonna come out of left, right
Yeah,
when you least expect it, and it will
absolutely.
take you right
Yeah,
out. But
yeah,
knowing what I need to do
mm,
feels good. When you're best
yeah, yeah,
prepared for something.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it is a distance that I do enjoy because I
Mm.
like the mental
Yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
could
yeah,
beat me
yeah.
physically, but my mind I think is
Mm,
my favorite part because I will
mm,
do
mm,
anything, and that's what the no matter the
mm.
circumstances started with me with the run streak
Yeah,
right in the beginning.
yeah,
That
yeah.
whatever happens, even if I have to crawl, I will crawl. I might miss the cutoff time,
Yeah, yeah,
but I
yeah.
will crawl to get to the
Okay.
finish line.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. That's cool. So, do you have any more 100-mile races in your future?
I would like to do one this year.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because I was so ready for Western States.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I that was the fittest I've been in terms of
yeah,
for that distance.
yeah.
Leadville, I did the minimum. There's zero
Oh,
excuses there.
oh, okay.
I didn't. I started training for Leadville
Mhm.
pretty late,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
I did 2 weeks of training
yeah,
out there before I
yeah,
went to the
yeah,
race
yeah,
to
yeah.
get acclimated.
Mhm,
And with Western State, I went to the camp. I
mhm.
covered 70 miles.
Yeah, yeah,
I went
yeah,
to Phoenix. I heat trained. I
yeah,
was sauna heat training, and I
yeah,
wish it was hot. I was
yeah.
kind of mad it wasn't hot because it was supposed to be hot, and I did all the heat training, and it wasn't hot
I
enough.
know it.
I wanted to be 100 degrees because that's what I trained. I would wait till
Yeah.
115 degrees
Oh
and go
wow.
run in the Phoenix sun
Oh wow.
to heat train. And I come
Yeah.
in and the high was like 80s.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
on, man.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
But
Yeah.
it was safe for all of
Yeah.
us. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was really very prepared for it. But the
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
though,
Yeah.
what got me, I wasn't prepared. I knew it was gonna be snowy, but I didn't know my feet was gonna react the way it did,
Oh,
like
for real.
getting soggy
Oh
and
yeah.
getting cut underneath it with
Oh.
blisters. I had
Oh man.
open blister on top of my toe,
Oh my
and
goodness.
my shoes was getting jammed the downhill. I couldn't even take advantage of the downhill, which is my strength.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I left there with more energy than I wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I ran the next day. Yeah, I was a little tight, but
Yeah.
it didn't feel like I got
Uh,
beat up, but it was
okay.
tough.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when people ask me which was harder,
Yeah.
I think Leadville is super hard, especially altitude. But I thought
Yeah.
Western State was much harder because I feel like there was a bunch of little hope passes. There wasn't that
Yeah.
one hope pass down and
Okay.
back.
Okay. Okay.
And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
knowing that I want to be taking experience, this is why I say I'm not afraid of the 100 miles. Now
Yeah.
we got two experiences in the bag.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
what can we do with those two experiences for the
Yeah.
next one? It has to be a
Yeah.
trifecta,
Yeah.
three
Yeah.
times.
That's
You can only
right.
stop at two.
3 times
So
that. 3 times
three
that
times.
work.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
I am looking at Javelina. I don't know yet,
Okay.
but it might not even be this year. But I would like to do one this year.
Okay.
And if I can do something that's flatter, quote unquote, because Javelina, you still gain 8,000 feet of
Yeah. Yeah.
elevation.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's still some climbing, but I would like to see if I can just push a little
Oh, yeah.
faster and
Yeah. Yeah.
harder.
Okay.
I would like to see
Yeah.
that. Mhm.
Hey, one race comes to my mind right now. So you probably already know.
Which one?
Badwater, 135.
No, thank you. Badwater, I'm good. Nope. People have brought that up. I said no, and I'm always thinking, can you imagine you get to 100 miles? You're like, well, I still got 35 miles to do, and this heat too.
I know, I know. That's the heat. That's a heat.
Yeah,
You look what
and
it,
it's I'm not. It's not about even afraid. I want to be interested. I don't
yeah,
want
yeah, I
to do a
got you.
race just to do it.
I
There
know.
has to be an interest there.
Yeah, I got you.
Leadville happened because I heard the book. I was listening to the Born and Run, Dream I Run Across
Yeah,
America in New Mexico. They
yeah,
talked about Leadville, and I
yeah,
knew they talked about Western State, but I was hooked on Leadville
yeah,
until
yeah,
I re-listened to the book again. Then I paid attention more to Western State because I knew I was
yeah,
going to do Western State.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
that came up. It was like it found me. I didn't look for it, and then
yeah,
Western State was an opportunity because
yeah,
representing BIPOC
yeah,
and completing Leadville. So it's just
yeah,
like you have
yeah,
to do this, right? So the
yeah.
next one now is just to see how my experience. I
Mhm.
know I can do this, but I don't go looking for. There's so many amazing races out
I
there.
know. Yeah,
It
yeah.
has to have a spark for me,
I got you.
and I know I can do 135 miles, but I have
Yeah,
zero interest for
yeah.
Badwater.
Oh, no, no
Uh,
worries. Yeah.
if that change, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. Speaking of BIPOC and being black man and being the
Mhm.
first black man, black person to run across America, you
Yeah,
know.
that's unofficial also, by the way.
Okay.
Unofficial. Yeah, I just
Okay.
want to put that out there because there's certain things, stories and stuff
Yeah.
where you don't know 100%,
Yeah.
but it was what I knew and on the record kind of thing, so it's not official.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Mm.
definitely one of few. If
One of the
anything, if there was
few.
somebody before me that I didn't
Yeah,
know
yeah, yeah.
100%. Yes.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Totally agree. Totally agree. So
Yeah.
we wanted the few to
Hmm.
run across America or to run out Leadville 100. You
Hmm.
know, what does that mean to you? You know, yeah. What does it mean to you? Yeah, yeah.
It means a lot. I mean, Leadville, I don't know, so I can't say 100%. but
Yeah.
I was looking everywhere. I didn't think
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
any other black person besides me.
Yeah. Yeah.
There might have been an opportunity. I was like, wait, is this somebody that I couldn't
Yeah.
tell? I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
if you think about it, like me being the only, or like maybe there's a second person, is
Yeah.
not. Come on, we have enough black people out there that are running that
Yeah.
should be in these
Yeah.
things, right?
I know.
I know
Yeah.
it's not it's not the majority for sure, but I feel like
Yeah.
there's enough out there that can do
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
you know?
Definitely. 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 I
So
totally agree.
Western state also the same case, you know, it's
Mm-hmm.
all these races that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's important to let people know
Mm-hmm.
that if you're afraid and you're a person of color, because everybody doesn't relate
Mm-hmm.
ultra running to people like us,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, they might think ultra running is a Caucasian sports, or
Mm-hmm.
it's a sports where
Mm-hmm.
black people don't care to do. No,
Mm-hmm.
but if you see somebody doing it, you might be thinking about it, that, hey, you know what, I too want
Yeah.
to do it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it is a pride in me to be out there, not just
Yeah.
for myself. I've
Yeah.
had somebody approach me in Boston, I'll never forget. He's like, man, it's cool to see somebody who looks like me run. I want to run
Yeah.
every day, but
Yeah. Yeah.
if I start running, I'm scared that how people might look at me. They might think
Mm-hmm.
I stole something, the neighborhood I
Yeah.
live in. That's
Yeah.
why I'm
Yeah.
running. I
Yeah.
don't want to get chased by police for them to assume that why a black person is running. But
Mm-hmm.
he got the confidence saying, you know what, you're doing it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try too. So
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
does mean a lot because you're impacting more people, not even just
Yeah.
people who are black, but people who are of color
Yeah.
that have
Yeah.
the darker skin. So
Yeah.
it is amazing. And I have a pride in the back of my mind. I'm not just representing myself, I'm representing a whole crowd of people.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely. Absolutely.
it goes beyond than even just color, you know,
Yeah.
it's the human race. I'm going
Yeah.
out there. If you
Yeah.
look different, even
Mhm.
if you're not black, if you
Yeah.
just look different,
Mhm.
you feel different, you
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
fit the box,
Yeah.
you can still go out there and do what you want to do. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter
Yeah.
what anyone thinks. So
Yeah.
that's the
Definitely.
mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so you have a way of bringing people together. People know you. Because people know.
Thank you.
With the run streak, also with your contagious smile. Like I say in the beginning. With your
Thank
joy.
you.
What you do. So out there, and I mean, I get any more than this world that we live in. And you
Hmm.
able to really you able to reach all racist or whatever,
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, so it's cool, yeah. Yeah, and being a BIPOC and black people in the ultra trail run, I do have a couple of friends here in San Diego that
Hmm.
gone a couple 100-mile race. I encourage them to keep, the rest of the day of the big
Keep.
time race, Yeah,
Hmm.
shout out to Daryl, the black unicorn, who out there doing
Hmm.
his thing, you know.
Hmm.
I also Regina, Queen Regina, called the Queen. So
Yeah.
like she a legend in the trail running community here. And,
Hmm.
I know she pretty good herself. Yeah. So it's cool. There's a few out there, a few a couple people I know. Yeah. So yeah, but definitely, and just it'd be great to see many more. That it showing what's
Hmm.
possible. Show that he's showing the what's possible. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. And so how has Reddit impact you? And just looking back at 2017,
Hmm.
thought of some personal, and you're where you are right now, and you probably didn't plan it. You see, you went to college and stuff like that.
Hmm.
You didn't plan
Yes.
on being where you are right now, probably. So, do you ever get a
Hmm.
chance to reflect on that and see, like,
Oh, every
man,
day.
yeah, yeah,
Every day. I'm like,
yeah,
what is my life? I'm living the dream.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm gonna keep living the dream for the rest of my life. That's
yeah.
the mentality because
Okay, yeah,
wow,
yeah,
like something that I hated turned into this. So
yeah. I
yeah,
know.
I reflect on it. We reflect on it a lot. We talk about it, and when we
Yeah,
talk about it, it never gets old because
yeah,
you kind of like that's like bits and pieces and things like that.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
used to even think I don't anymore, but I used to be
Mm.
like, thank goodness
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was convinced to
yeah,
post a
yeah.
video about this run. Like, what would happen if I never even tried running? So I'm like,
Yeah,
well, what's
yeah.
meant to be is meant to be. So I
Yeah.
shouldn't
Oh,
even think
yeah,
that way.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it's meant to be. It's meant to be.
it's meant to be.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So,
And this was meant to be. This was meant to
yes,
be. It was just
absolutely.
timing. And the right time came in 2017. And
Yeah.
now here we are
Here
in
we are.
2024.
Here we
Mhm.
are. I see an in Zoom interview with you.
Yes, exactly. It was meant to be.
It was meant to be. Yeah, yeah, definitely. So it's a beautiful thing when you think about it. So yeah. 'Cause you say you went to college. So what did you major in when you went to college? That's a
I
question.
majored in sociology.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I did do a second major. It was a minor,
Okay.
it's public health,
Okay.
but unfortunately, I can't claim it because I didn't declare.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's not on my degree. It doesn't say, but I completed all the courses. So sometimes I like
Okay.
to talk about it. But yeah, so
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
majored in
Nice.
sociology. Yes.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Okay then. Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I would think about going back doing something like that, in the future.
Nah, I'm done with school.
Okay. I gotta ask. Never know.
School. My school is life, the
Okay,
real life. Yeah.
then not
I
wrong
mean, I
there.
I always want to improve my knowledge for sure, but
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
don't think
yeah.
that means to go sit there and trying to get a master's or something.
Okay,
I'm always up to learn, but nah,
okay.
school to be in a institution, sitting there and going to
I
class and stuff.
know.
I think but you never know. But for right now, I think I'm done with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
what had life taught you? What did you learn from what life taught you?
When you think this is the end, now because you can flip the switch and reinvent yourself. So when you feel like this is it,
Uh,
now I think there's more to it, because we
uh,
we get to I can't speak for everybody else when you're like
uh, uh,
this is my life, like this is
uh,
it.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
there's something out there. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, and it
yeah,
might take years. It might
yeah,
take longer than you would
yeah,
like, or it might
yeah,
come quicker than you like. But
mhm,
I think when you're having a tough time, whatever you're trying
yeah,
to accomplish
yeah,
is not
yeah,
working out, you just gotta keep holding on a little longer because
mm,
uh, there is another life.
mhm,
I'm living a
yeah.
second life right now,
Okay,
and
nice.
I love this second life, and I won't
Yeah,
trade it for anything else.
that's
Everything I
awesome.
went through leading up to this, it
Yeah, yeah,
was it was
yeah,
worth it. It was worth
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's cool. Good. Now we're getting down to the end. Um,
Mhm.
yes, we're running. The impact they had. Maybe all the other question, sometimes I had the same question over, got reworded it differently. The impact you have, what goes to your mind, how running have evolved for you, and then how running have and then the impact they have because of running. What does that mean for you? What does it mean for you?
It means a lot. I mean, I love seeing people go out there and chase their dream. I
Yeah,
love when people start the run streak.
yeah, yeah,
I love people I can tell who
yeah.
I've impacted without even them telling me.
Okay,
You just see
okay.
it
Yeah,
because you
yeah,
know who you are, you know what you
yeah,
do,
yeah, yeah,
and you're as unique as you'll ever be. So
yeah.
I love seeing people go out there and find their ways.
Mhm,
And I want you to use me as a blueprint,
mhm.
but it's also important to know you can't be somebody else. You have to be
Yeah.
yourself.
Okay.
I live my life off of people examples, so I don't make
Yeah,
the same mistake, or
yeah, yeah,
find better ways. Even that's why I said if you have experience over me, I want
yeah,
to know everything because I don't want to I want to have a little
yeah,
step ahead. I want to
yeah,
have that
yeah,
extra
yeah, yeah,
lead. But
yeah,
I think that's important. But you also have to remember, uh, you can only be yourself. So
yeah.
seeing people trying things, different things, or things they're curious about,
Mm,
things that once motivated them, but they weren't sure
mhm.
whether it's running or not. I think that feels really good. I think
Okay.
I'm doing what I needed to do because I also didn't think that I could do anything else. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
this was it, but now I
yeah,
found something new, which is really
yeah,
encouraging because now
yeah,
you're not afraid to lose this thing. You
yeah,
just have
yeah,
to enjoy it
yeah,
because you know that when you didn't have something before, you found this. So there's also something else out there.
yeah, yeah.
There's always something.
Cool. So, what would next on your list on your journey? Like this year, what you got in store for
I'm doing
everybody?
a marathon
Okay,
this
okay,
spring,
okay,
and that's a goal. And then maybe we'll do a 55K at UTMB. Who knows? But
okay.
that will, yeah. It's not. I told you that something have to have a fire
Yeah,
for it.
yeah, yeah, fluff, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
every time I'm at UTMB, I'm like, I need to race this.
yeah,
But when
yeah.
I go away from UTMB, the fire is not the same. So I got to be very
Hmm.
careful with that. You don't
Okay.
want to just be like, oh, I'm in a race mode. And I say that to people. People just
Hmm.
want to go run a marathon because they see all the videos on social media. Whoa, this is
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
But do you really want to do it? If no one was
Mm.
watching, do you really want to get out
Ooh,
there? So I've been
that's a good
asking
one.
myself those questions.
That's a
So
good one.
UTMB, I am thinking about it. But if
Yeah,
that fire doesn't change,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm going
yeah.
to back off because
Okay.
it's not meaningful for me to want to. But
Mm.
on the other hand, if I can do 100 miles, because I want to see if I can do one faster than 24 hours.
Oh
That's
wow.
been burning because I have
Wow.
it in me, all right?
Okay, okay.
So that's likely to happen. So the marathon for sure, because
Mm, mm.
I learned that I can run fast if I
Okay.
train hard.
Yeah, yeah,
And the fact that I have some things that I want to prove to myself, but also
yeah,
I will put it out there.
yeah,
Just because I didn't do something doesn't mean I can't do it.
yeah, yeah,
People need to know that
yeah,
because
yeah, yeah,
sometimes you don't do stuff people don't think you're not capable of doing,
yeah,
but it's
yeah,
because you don't want to do it. You don't have to
mm,
feel pressure.
yeah,
But there's
yeah.
things that I want to prove to myself, but I'm also going to show you that I'm capable. But it's not
Okay.
because you want me to do it, it's because
Yeah,
I want to do it.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
have another marathon that I had a big PR last year, 36 minutes off my marathon time.
Oh,
So
nice.
this time I'm trying to shave a bunch of time off again in the spring.
Okay.
I want to be well under 3 hours, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
we're gonna have to run 100 miles at the end of the year or some
yeah,
point.
yeah,
That would be nice. But
yeah.
I think Chamonix is just up in the air. I would
Okay.
say
Oh,
up
nice,
in the air.
nice. Oh, okay. Keep us
Yeah.
posted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. So the fun part, your watches, I see you with the bling bling with the watches and all that,
Mhm.
the type of hobby. So what about the watches that you like? You like a
I review them. I enjoy them, and I started my run streak with Apple Watch. Apple
okay,
Watch will always be part of my run, even
okay.
if I upload my run with Coros and
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
used Garmin's. But
Okay,
Apple
okay.
Watch, if I have to go run and all the
Yeah.
watches are dead, I gotta make sure the Apple Watch is not dead because every day of the run streak has been on that since 2017.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
it has the whole
Uh,
streak on it. The
oh
other
wow.
watches I can upload, I don't double upload because people think I always pick the fastest time. No, it's not about that. Sometimes the slowest watch is the one that's
Yeah.
getting uploaded.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I enjoy it, and I can
Okay.
tell. If you ask me a question on a watch, I feel proud that I have enough experience with it
Yeah,
that
yeah,
I
yeah.
can confidently speak about the watches, not just based on
Okay.
numbers, what they write on the website.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
I do real life
Uh,
testing of these
Okay,
things,
okay.
so that's
Uh,
what it's about.
okay, so you the go to the go-to guy if you got a question on
I call
watches.
myself the four watch guy. Did you see anyone ever wear four watches before me?
No, not really. No.
So there you go. So I'm the go-to guy. I got you when we have any questions.
Okay, okay. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
I'll make sure to remember that. Um,
Yes.
but yes, we'll record to go off. But yeah, man, what else? What else we're thinking? Where you go to food? What food like to go to eat?
I like
For
anything
me.
rice.
Okay.
I'm vegan. I've been vegan for next month will be 8 years.
Oh
I
wow.
haven't eat anything from animals, so
Man.
it's been my diet, but lifestyle. It's not a diet because I'm
Yeah.
forever
Yeah. Yeah.
until the end of days. So
Okay.
yeah, anything plant-based.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, man.
yes,
Yeah, you're going plant-based. Like, man, I tried doing that a couple of times. Oh man, that's tough. Cause like I said, I'm
yeah.
from the South, man. We love our
Mhm.
swine. We love that pork.
I
We
know.
love
It
that
has to be
fried
tough.
chicken.
It is.
Yeah,
So
but
it's one of those things. How bad do you want to do it? Because
oh
even look
yeah,
at us in a running journey. We want it bad enough, we may change.
yeah, absolutely. I totally agree.
It just comes down to that. It comes
Yeah,
down to that.
yeah. I know I could do. I mean, I live here in San Diego, where
Hmm.
we like.
Oh,
I mean,
California is the mecca of
yeah,
veganism.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
When I'm out
yeah,
there, I'm eating everything everywhere.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's so normalized over there. We're like, over here, I
Yeah,
gotta go to New York City.
I
Otherwise,
know.
I'm not gonna find anything good here. I gotta travel for my
Yeah, yeah.
food, or otherwise cook it at home.
I know, yeah. So yeah, easy to do, It's like I say, got to be how bad do I really want to do it, that's the
Mhm.
question. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I know I could do it. Kind of lay out the meat. I'm not trying to eat less meat if
Yeah.
possible.
Or just cut back. You don't have to go
Yeah,
full.
yeah.
Just,
Cut back.
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
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 cutting back,
yeah.
putting your health first and the
Absolutely.
environments, fill up your cup and then,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
definitely. Yeah, I love my chard, my kale, and all that green. I love my green smoothie, and so that's good.
Mhm.
But the last one. I
Yeah.
didn't. I like to ask people beforehand about this question because I would get people,
Hmm.
but I didn't get
Hmm.
a chance to forget to tell you ahead of time. But what are your boundless motivation and thoughts in a few words?
My boundless motivation
Yeah, because
and
it's live.
thoughts,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like anything that gets me motivated.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I don't understand the question
So
correctly.
so boundless, be boundless. So skip my because my podcast is live, run, boundless,
Oh,
and
I see. Hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. I mean, do it because you want to do it. Do it because you
Okay,
love it.
okay,
Yeah, that's it. Because if you love something, you don't need any motivation. Think about it.
okay. Yes.
A quick example.
Yeah,
People go out to bar every weekend.
yeah,
They make time for that, right?
yeah.
People go to the movie theater. They make time for that, right? But
Absolutely.
sometimes let's go to the physical world. I don't have any time to
I
run, or I don't
know.
have any time to go exercise.
Yeah.
But you make time to go to the bar.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
make time to hang out with your friends, which is really important.
Yeah.
But
uh,
make time for it if you love it. If you love
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
just do it. So I said,
Yeah.
if you love it, just do it.
Yeah.
I think that's the motivation and you don't have to love it from the beginning. If you're
Mm,
curious, that's how
yeah.
you find out if you love it. Like I didn't love running
Yeah.
in the beginning,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I give it a chance. So give it a
Yeah.
chance
Give it a
and
chance.
give it a chance. Let's leave it at that. Give it a chance.
Give it a chance. If we don't even see
Yeah.
what happens, you never know.
Yes. You never know.
Yeah, to take it, I like that. I like that. Yeah,
Uh,
Yeah, I love to binge watch Netflix sometimes. So yeah.
Yes, me
No.
too. Guilty of it. I
Yeah,
can stay there
yeah.
for hours.
Yeah, I don't know. That just happened not too long, the past couple of weeks. Me and my wife myself binge watch a Netflix
Yeah,
show.
I think that's okay too. But as you know, you're gonna take care of the priorities too. You're not just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
throwing other things. As long as you
Yeah,
take care of your priorities, you can do
absolutely.
that.
Yeah, yeah, that
Yes.
definitely. Yes, it could.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's cool. I like that. It was good. Thank you for the chat. And
Yeah, thank
so
you for having me on.
yeah, definitely. So people want to reach out to you. I know everybody know how to reach out to you, but how people can connect with you. You know.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. It's all hella good. You search
Okay.
hella good, you'll see me. Yes. I'm
Oh,
on
hella
Strava, same thing, Hellah Sidibe, you can find me.
cool. Hella good. I like
Yes,
that.
yes.
Yes. We didn't get a chance to get to how you come with hella good. I had a good to hella, but no, it's okay. No, no, no.
I didn't
But
get it from Cali either. Let the Cali people know. It didn't come from California.
they
I
come
heard that they do the slang there, but this came way back.
okay.
Yes.
Oh, no, that's
I
cool.
said they copied my name because I was this is my birth certificate, Hella.
Oh, really? Cool. It's all good. Definitely hope you come. I hope looking forward to see you out here in Cali. Some
Yes, I hope
SoCal.
maybe I'll see you at Western State because I'm planning to go and just be there.
Okay, then
So
sounds good. Sound
yeah.
good. Yeah,
Hmm.
definitely. But thank you again, Hella, for joining me in Level on
Yes.
Balance Family today. Yes. And before I leave, do you have any last word, the last thing you want to say? You know,
One day at a time.
one day at a time? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
anything. Yeah, anything. Just yeah,
All right,
that's it.
awesome.
And yeah, and thank you so much for having me on here. It was fun chatting with you.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yes, thank you.
Definitely was good. And thank you, Lil Ron Balance family, for joining me for another episode of the Lil Ron Balance Show, living a life beyond the boundary you set yourself or beyond your wildest imagination. And great example is Hella. I live here living a life beyond his wildest imagination. And,
Thank you.
went to school, um, for somebody else, and beside about running and step into the running world and to take on whole new just take on something else for him. And and that
Yes.
far beyond his wild imagination. So thank you again. Thank you, everybody. And until next time. Cool.